All right, awesome. So day 4 of Champs. I have the pleasure of sitting here with Joel and Vaughn from the Hemp Collect. How you guys doing?
Doing really good. Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, I know. Some of my favorite partners I've ever got to work with. So, I know your story well, and it's a great one. I love knowing how passionate people are about their brands, the industry as a whole, and what we're building that's greater than ourselves. So, can you give us a little bit of background for the viewers here, where your company started, what really drove your passion behind the brand, and what your real overall ethos is?
Sure, happy to. Yeah.
So we're both from the cannabis industry. A lot of people from our company are from the cannabis industry. A lot of us were best friends, and we really wanted to come together. We saw a lot of kratom and nicotine companies launching products into the open market without a lot of care into the formulation and quality. And we saw a lot of states didn't have legal access, and we wanted to make sure that even if you weren't in a rec licensed cannabis state, you could get the best product possible within regulation and regulatory constraints. So we've launched several brands now across, different price and quality tiers. Like Highlights is our entry level, new to cannabis, got a more fruity profile, more affordability. We've got our Uncut and Your Guys' Hardware that is really about just being pure cannabis flavor, unadulterated quality.
I'd say, I think a big part as we kind of stepped into the space was just looking at, one, product quality, but then also the kind of lack of regulation that kind of maybe leaves some open doors for just better manufacturing practices. So, really focused on quality and, the
batch testing
and just, different things that we learned in the cannabis space that aren't yet required in the open market, but bringing that in, it's not the most cost-effective maybe way, but it's been a long-term vision. And that's kind of what has let us kind of, start this and build this with, a pretty lean team and kind of have good growth. I think it kind of just comes back to the quality. And that's been the core tenet, for the last 3.5 years of making these products.
I feel like that's what sets you guys apart most is that, maybe it is because you came from that true cannabis spirit of passion for the plant and the people with it, but not many people in this room of 2,000 exhibitors are really honing in on quality, it seems. So again, that's why I love working with you guys, because I'm aligned, cut from the same cloth. So I would say that is your differentiating factor when you look, apples to apples to these other brands in the hemp space. No one's truly really focused on like the best taste and the best quality of oil. I thought he was one of the most intelligent people I'd ever spoken to about extraction, and then you started talking too, and I was like, well, no wonder you guys are so good at it. It's a power couple of cannabis, It's really cool to see.
It's fun. It surprises me. When I was coming out into the cannabis industry about 8-10 years ago, I was just really surprised. I went to a trade show, and I just was so excited and green and talking to all these business owners. And I couldn't believe how many of them didn't have any idea what they were selling or care. They actually was like a lot of times bragging about it. And I was horrified. And so, we're really excited to just do better. The other big thing about our products, which but just for the people watching this, is having not only making a really good product, but really trying to make a good customer experience. This is confusing stuff to a lot of people. It's confusing being in the industry. It took me 3 years to really feel solid in my understanding of the plant science and how it all works. And, instead of sativa, hybrid, and indica, we say day trip, anytime, and couch lock to really hone in on what the goal of those effects are. And we put all of that on that information on the back so you know what's actually in the product. Even with the terpenes in, which a lot of cannabis companies don't do that, but that's a really important thing to understand about the products you're consuming. If you're looking for a certain effect or you resonate with a product, it's not just the cannabinoid blend, it's the terpene composition in that product. And so we're really passionate about helping consumers navigate this industry and have a relationship with plant medicine and find what works for them, because there's a lot of nuance and there's a lot of question marks all across the different product types you can choose, all these different cannabinoids that are popping up, let alone, the behind the scenes safety and science of putting these things together that we're really committed to. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank
It
you.
shows in your work for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of new products, every year it seems that the market's ever changing.
Yeah.
What are you guys excited about that consumers can look forward to this coming year?
Yeah, I think our
Your pod.
That's the one?
This pod.
That looks beautiful. The way you guys did the color-coded translucent pods for Modern Herb Co. look great.
Yeah, and then the goal there was again getting to that effect base. The last thing we want is someone to buy the product and not know, is this meant to be daytime, go on a hike, or is this relax and chill and watch a movie? So having those day trip anytime knockout, color coded, no matter what you got, you can always know what you have there.
Where can consumers get these too? For anyone who's watching who wants to try one of the best live resin pens on the market from the hemp space, is this available online or local shops?
First and foremost, we really like to support our retail partners.
Yep.
And we're actually working on getting a store finder list on our site and white labeling sites for them.
That's great.
We come from retail. We don't want to, the last thing we want to do is sell something to that store and then have their customer go online and find us. We want to, and I mean it. We're here to spread the wealth and support the people at all stages of the business. We are very committed to finding good people and sharing just like you guys are, which is why we love working with Ispire. You guys are really committed to being a partner, and we feel that too. But if you don't have a local store, we do sell them online through our own e-commerce and other e-commerce channels. But please, we do encourage you to look local and support your local businesses. There's a lot of really passionate people trying to spread plant medicine, and we want to support those businesses and help them first. So.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
who you are as people just emanates through that's beautiful to hear.
Oh,
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'd say beyond the pod system, I think just our uncut line in general, we're really proud of the fact that, it's 100% live resin product. So we're working with farmers first and foremost. We're not growers. We just focus on extraction, product development,
curating the best genetics and passionate breeders.
Products, we're proud of the fact we put the farms on the box, so you can go back and see where this came from. On the COA, you can show a chain of custody, what flower that we started as source material all the way through to the final product, which, that's what's required in the recreational market, not required in our space, but it's one of the best parts about that, truth of origin to it. So, we've really scaled with one of our partners this year, and we'll be producing quite a bit of the THCA live resin as well as the CBD into the blends of the uncut, and that's going to go to a wide variety of Ispire delivery devices. But I think the pods is going to be something that people are going to really resonate with. And then beyond that, it starts off here with Modern Herb Co. We have highlights, we have Black Sheep, all going to be expanding onto the pods, because the goal is, if you get one battery, now this can work with pods for multiple brands, depending on what you're looking for.
There's too many batteries going in the garbage.
That was really what we were trying to get to.
We 100% agree. And I think that was the point of this pod system, was to make something that felt like a disposable.
Yeah.
It was different from that same cartridge that you've had for 5-10 years, right? Yeah. The technology never really changed.
Yeah.
So having that same form factor, that same feel of sleek and modernness.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a 5-10 killer is the end goal, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I know how many batteries get thrown out, so it irks me too. Everyone says they want to take care of the world, but the numbers don't seem to show it. So
yeah, convenience, but let's give people something convenient and something that's good for the earth too.
Right.
We can get both, and I appreciate you guys doing that. Also, shout out to you on the low temp. That's another story. It's a long conversation, but
another podcast about low temp.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuance that goes into products that I think people don't appreciate. On the hardware side, coming with the correct temperatures to make sure that the oil, if you're putting quality oil inside, you're not burning harsh. You can actually taste it. And shout out to you guys for your commitment to doing the R&D to make sure that you have lowest fail rates in the industry. I think if you're not the lowest in the industry, we know you guys are super low, and I want to shout that out. And it's all the things that you guys do that we can put all the quality in on the front end, but we got to start, from start to finish with quality. And we appreciate you guys having that commitment as our hardware partner.
That goes both ways.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. In a true partnership, it has to be. So
100%.
We don't want to be an invoice.
And you guys have coffee in your booth. So you're taking care of us in all the ways. We're all trying to get through this
that has
expo.
been a blessing and a curse, let's say, to have that here.
It's got me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
It inhibits
guilty
my
of some repeat
appetite the whole
hits.
day until
Yeah.
dinner at Champs. But
I'm about to get
Right.
another cup.
that's the Champs diet, right? You
Yeah.
work
So.
and drink coffee all day,
Sugar,
Yeah.
cookies,
maybe
and
eat some
coffee.
random samples from
Oh,
people.
yeah.
We've been eating our
That's the-
microdose gummies.
There you
Keep a
go.
little bit brighter.
So I trust your gummies because you guys also eat them.
Yeah.
A lot of
yeah.
people in this room don't seem to.
And
They've
that's
never even tried their own product.
That's
I
it.
know.
That's a core tenet I think we try to say is like every product that we make, I would happily give to a loved one, ingest myself, everything we stand behind it fully. And that is, some integrity that's lacking, I think, in the space and something we take to heart. If even some of our higher potency products that maybe are above my tolerance, I'm going to try it. I'm going to put it out.
Yeah.
I'll make her do it for science. It's like if we're going to be
The
putting
black
the
sheep
product
gummies are
out.
no joke.
Black sheep gummies are tough for sure.
It's a
but
lot.
it's
I'd like to give you one and get some feedback.
I am a good guinea pig. I
yeah,
give
you need a
good,
sad
bad,
crawl
and
to
ugly
my
feedback.
car.
So
I have a low tolerance, to be fair, but I did not need a 50 milligram quad blend gummy that he gave me and didn't tell me what it was. We were working late at the office.
well, it's it's the placebo testing, right?
Yeah.
If you knew, it could have been different.
Now, edibles, though, you're just sitting there an hour later and you don't even realize you're high for a second. You're like, why is my whole world spinning right now?
Why can't I get up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? Where am I?
Yeah, it's
But
super-
I know you guys are evolving almost every time I talk to you. It seems like every week or every 2 weeks, there's so much progress being made. So I'm glad we actually got to sit down,
Yeah. thank you.
document some of what we've been building. As we do this, I'll probably continue to gray every podcast that we do over the years here. But, you guys are going to have a really cool brand story every time we do one of these podcasts. So we'll mark this as, the first one we did, and hopefully we can do many more of these and watch you guys
coming
boom.
back with some international updates at the next
Maybe we
one.
can do a podcast, in a different city every time.
Yeah, let's go to
That'd be kinda
Barcelona.
Ispire Sessions, Colombia, as you're building down there, and
Yep.
Yeah,
some
doing
out in Europe as well.
Germany's about to open up. Things are happening.
Yeah.
It's exciting times.
That is going to be, that'll be good for the EU when Germany
Yeah.
opens up.
Decriminalization of psilocybin, the rural AI, the advent of AI. We're in
We're in interesting times.
Yeah, right?
unprecedented.
Making
yeah.
our parents proud.
Yeah,
Jealous.
Yeah, actually, though.
Jealous.
If you do it the right way and you lead from here, yes.
Yeah.
exactly right.
So, again, I love you guys. You guys are like family. So,
Aw.
thank you
We
for being on
appreciate
Ispire Sessions. We look
Yeah.
forward to all these new product drops coming out this year and building year after year with you guys.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks for all
Yeah.
of the support
Thanks for having
you
us.
guys always give
Let's go
us
get some
too.
coffee so we can ride out these last few
Okay.
hours of Champs, huh?
All right. Down.
Scratch.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.